The 10 most expensive fighter jets in the world. The most important part of military forces are fighter jets. Most of the wars and fights are done by fighter jets by different countries that must have the latest technology and should be made especially for fighting purposes. These planes are very expensive, whose radar technology does not come cheap. It must be the latest technology to destroy the different types of equipment of the enemies. Most of the latest fighter jets are not made by countries on their own because they need a lot of research and technology, which most of the developed countries do for the rest of the world, like Russia, France, the United States, and Britain. These planes are very expensive, and that is the reason countries purchase them in different installments. The following are the top 10 most expensive military jets in the world. Number 10, the MiG-35. At 55 million, speed 2.25 Mach. In the early 1980s, the then Soviet Union unveiled the MiG-29 fighter, which was meant to counter the newest American fighters being developed at the time. Over the following decades, Russian engineers finalized testing and development of the latest MiG fighter, known as the MiG-35 Fulcrum. This fighter looks similar to the MiG-29. Huge progress of the MiG-35 is reflected in electronics, weapons systems, the new ASA radar, and the uniquely designed optical system of locating, known as the Optical Locator System OLS. But Eurofighter electronics is still better, such as the Eurodas Electronic Warfare System. Flight cost per hour, $15,600 US. Number 9. The Su-30 MKI at 65 million, speed 2 Mach. The multi-role Su-30 MKI can be deployed in counter-air strikes, counter-land, and counter-sea missions. The Sukhoi MKI has vectored thrust along with canards and is among the most maneuverable aircraft in the world, with a sustained turn rate of almost 20 to 25 degrees compared with the Raptors at 28 to 32 degrees. The maximum unrefueled flight range of the Su-30 SMKI is about 3,000 kilometers. Flight cost per hour, $23,000 US. Number 8, the Su-35 at 75 million. Speed 2.25 Mach. First off, the fighter will get an improved airframe, which will dramatically increase its service life to 6,000 hours and 30 years of operation. The Su-35 would beat anything the Europeans or NATO have. The Su-35 is the most advanced multi-role jet fighter, and NATO has only quality propaganda. We have seen results in Syria and Iraq, as Russian planes were a lot more efficient. The Su-35 is the most maneuverable fighter. It's king of the air shows. Su-35 designers reduced the ability of radar to detect this plane head-on by incorporating radar-absorbent materials into the design, especially around the engine inlets. The flight cost per hour, $36,000 US. Number 7. The FA-18EF Super Hornet at $80 million, speed 1.8 Mach. The FA-18 Super Hornet is a twin-engine, supersonic, all-weather, multi-role fighter jet that is capable of landing and taking off from an aircraft carrier. Structurally, the Super Hornet is built largely from aluminum alloys, with extensive use of carbon fiber composite skins in the wings and titanium in several critical areas. The flight cost per hour, $13,200 US. Number 6, the Dassault Rafale at 130 million, speed 2.35 Mach. The Rafale is a French twin-engine canard delta-wing fighter which was developed and entered service in 2001. Much of the plane's technology is domestically developed, including the radar and infrared tracking system. The Rafale is equipped with an RBE2 passive, electronically scanned radar developed by Thales, which has look-down and shoot-down capabilities. The radar can track up to 8 targets simultaneously and provides threat identification and prioritization. Flight cost per hour, $28,000 US. Number 5, the F-15E Strike Eagle at $135 million, speed 2.3 Mach. The F-15E Strike Eagle is a twin-engine all-weather fighter that is the backbone of the Air Force's air superiority. Its proven design is undefeated in air-to-air combat with more than 100 aerial combat victories. Its two engines provide 58,000 pounds of thrust, which enable the F-15 to exceed speeds of Mach 2.5. Boeing has built more than 1,600 of these aircraft for 6 countries around the world. None of them plan to retire the F-15. Flight cost per hour, $32,000 US. Number 4, the Sukhoi Pak-FA at $150 million, top speed 2.3 Mach. Russian industry has consistently referred to the Sukhoi Pak-FA, also known as the T-50, as a 5th generation aircraft, but a careful look at the program reveals that this is in name only. The Sukhoi Pak-FA radar range is greater than the F-52 Raptor. Sukhoi Pak-FA can easily destroy the Eurofighter Typhoon before being detected on radar. The Sukhoi T-50 Pak-FA is more advanced than any of the leading fighter jets across the world. Flight cost per hour, $45,000 US. Number 3, the Eurofighter Typhoon at $175 million, speed 2.35 Mach. The Eurofighter Typhoon is the only fighter in the world to stand a fighting chance against the F-22 Raptor. The Eurofighter Typhoon was developed by 3 of Europe's biggest aircraft design and manufacturing companies. This fighter is similar to the French Rafale in that it uses the same twin-engine canard delta-wing design. This particular fighter jet is known for its high maneuverability and agility, making it an excellent dogfighter. Flight cost per hour, $32,400 US. Number 2, the F-35 Lightning II at $180 million, speed 1.6 Mach. The F-35 is the most economical of the single-seat, single-engine, all-weather, stealth, multi-role fighters undergoing final development by the United States. The F-35 has been developed longer and has more expensive and sophisticated technology. The Lightning II design applies stealth technology manufacturing techniques, and to minimize its radar signature, the airframe has identical sweep angles for the leading and trailing edges of the wings and tail, and it incorporates sloping sides for the fuselage and the canopy. Flight cost per hour, $43,200 US. Number 1, the F-22 Raptor at $250 million, top speed 2.35 Mach. The F-22 Raptor is a 5th generation single-seat, twin-engine, all-weather stealth tactical fighter aircraft developed for the United States Air Force. Unclassified range for F-22's radar has the range of 200 to 240 kilometers against a 1-meter, 2-kilometer target. The high cost of the aircraft, the lack of clear air-to-air missions due to delays in Russian and Chinese fighter programs, a ban on exports, and development of the more versatile and comparatively lower cost F-35 led to the end of F-22 production. This aircraft had the highest flight cost per hour at $61,200 US.